So for the past few weeks, we've been talking on breaking patterns and history, and I know that those videos have blessed you so well. If you watch my last video, I actually said it was the last and the concluding parts of the series, but as the Spirit leads, I was led to do another video still on breaking patterns and history. While you are praying, asking God why something keeps repeating itself in your life, prayer is not the only way you can break a pattern or history in your life. Yes, while you are praying, asking God to show you and give you solution, when God tells you what to do, you have to do more. If you come from a family where the pattern and the history repeating itself is man-made, like it's caused by human character and deficiency, you have to work on it. There are some histories and patterns you have to break by strong character discipline, eating healthy, and even going for a therapy if the need be. Let's say you come from a family where abuse was the norm. Your father was abusing your mom, cheating on her, beating her all the time. And you as a child, you grew up in such an environment, in such a toxic environment. And now you have formed the opinion that when a man marries, it is a normal thing to beat a woman. Having known the truth, you can see that it's a pattern. Let's say it happened with your father, your uncle, and every male in that family. They keep abusing their wives. You growing up seeing that this is a pattern in your family, what are you supposed to do? You have to break it by strong character discipline, yes. By getting it right, by marrying the right person, working on yourself too, going to learn, unlearn and relearn, and even go for a therapy. Or you grew up in a home whereby your mom was taking and digesting all the abuse, and you as a lady or you as a guy, you now grow up, and when you get married, you start feeling that my mom took all those shits. It's a normal thing. Or you as a lady will now grow up to feel that it's a normal thing for a husband to cheat on the wife. Or you as a guy grew up to see that one woman is not enough for a man, so I have the right to cheat and abuse my spouse. You have to break that pattern. Or you as a lady, you grew up in a home whereby your mom was so disrespectful to your dad, abusing him all day, and you grew up learning such a character, thinking that it's a way of life. This is also how I should run my home. You have to break it. It's a pattern, because if you don't break it, it becomes a norm. It becomes a pattern and becomes a history repeating in your life and family. So what do? You build a strong character. Discipline yourself. Break out from such bond. That's why parents, you have to be very careful on what you do raising your children. You're actually influencing them. That's why we have many adults trapped in their trauma, trapped in their emotional trauma and pains, because of the way they grew up, because of where they are coming from. You as parents, you owe your children every right to live well, impact well into their life, and give them good influence. So if you grew up in such a home, what do? Having known that the society condemns it, it is wrong for someone to abuse their partner. What then do? You have to break out from such a character. Can you see that it is not only prayers that can do this? So you have to learn. You have to build more character. Even when you feel it is hard for you to do, prayer can help. So when the prayer comes in, you ask the Holy Spirit to help you. Then you build your character by deliberately promising yourself, I'm not going to cheat or abuse my partner. Then you go for a therapy to break out and be free, unlearn and relearn and learn again. Or you came out from a family where people die early. Let's say at some certain age, they become sick, either diabetes, high BP, kidney, or any kind of critical illness. And you see that is a pattern. Your father died that way, your mother that way, your uncle, your aunties. What do? You have to start making a research. So while you are praying, asking God to help you not to also be a victim of such, the Holy Spirit will also reveal to you why. And you knowing very well that the reason why these people are dying is not just spiritual problem, but because of a particular sickness. Then what do? You start making a research. What are the things that can cause that same particular sickness? You have to start eating well. You have to start eating healthy. You have to start monitoring your diet so that you will not be a victim of such. I remember there was an actor that celebrated his 60th birthday years ago, and he made one remarkable statement. He said, in his family, no one crosses 60. It's a pattern. His parents died that way, his uncles and relatives, and they all died of diabetes. As someone who knew better, what did he do? He now started avoiding things that will make him be a victim of being diabetic. And truly, he clocked 60 and crossed 60. And now he's even above 60. So ignorance is a disease. Ignorance can make one to continue to fall a victim of a pattern and history. So it's not just only praying. While you are praying for God to give you sound health and long life, you also have to monitor your diet. You have to be on check. Go for medical checkup. If it is high BP that keeps repeating itself in your family, your parents are all BP patients, or maybe your uncles, they die the same way, you have to start avoiding things that will spike your high blood pressure. You have to start eating healthy. You have to avoid anything that will cause your blood pressure to be high. So it's not just only praying. You also have to work on yourself by watching what you eat, going for medical checkup, and living a healthy lifestyle. Or maybe you come from a family where divorce is the norm of the day. Your aunties married, they divorced. Your uncles married, they divorced. Even your parents are divorced. What do? It's a pattern. You have to check, is this a character issue? Is this a spiritual issue? So you start by marrying right. Go and make a research. Why did they keep divorcing their spouses? Is it that they married wrongly? Is it that there's something spiritual about it? So while you pray, also check. If it is character issue, then you have to start working on yourself. What is that particular thing that causes these people to divorce their spouses? Then you start working on yourself. So it's not just all about praying. You also have to work on yourself by having a strong character discipline, going for therapy to, get rid of every toxic upbringing, then living a healthy lifestyle, and be cautious of your health, what you eat and the things you do. Engage in exercises and follow up your medical routines. So while we engage in the spiritual aspect of this breaking of these patterns, let's also know that there is a part to play as a human. Or maybe you come from a family that have delayed conception, or your aunties or your uncles, even your parents, they had delayed conception. Then you have to check, is it all about spiritual problems? Or maybe you go to the hospital to check if there is a medical condition, because there is a root source of everything. Nothing just happens. So while we are praying, while we are asking God, why is this particular thing repeating in my life? You have to also engage it, not just only spiritually, psychologically, emotionally, and physically, to get a result. And I want to tell you today, there is nothing that doesn't have a solution. You just have to find a way out of it. Ignorance is our greatest problem. The day you get an understanding and liberation of what you are looking for, you will be free. Don't internalize the battle. Fight it and you will win. I hope you are getting values. Thank you so much for always watching our videos, and I know that you are getting blessed. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Don't you like what you are getting? Then hit the notification bell so that anytime we share videos like this, you get blessed. God bless you. I will see you again. Bye.